What do the stars in the sky have to do with you and me? Hi, welcome to Words for Life from Living Word Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Thomas Kock. Thanks for inviting me into your home. You ever been outside at night when you could see the stars? My in-laws live out in western Minnesota, where the land is flat as a pancake. And at night, since they live out on a farm and there's hardly any city lights around, you can see stars and stars and stars. It's unbelievable, just breathtaking. You stand there and you look up at those stars, and you can't help but feeling a little bit insignificant, the way David did in Psalm 8. David says, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you've set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him? The Son of Man that you would care for him?" Those stars up there are incredible. You think about the sun, it's just a tiny little star. And yet you think of the energy that that little star puts out, enough to heat our world and cause gravitation and all the stuff that we need. That one little star can do all that. How much power would it take to make a star? How much power would it take to make the sun? Wow, it's mind-boggling, isn't it? And yet when we confess, "I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth," we are indeed confessing that we have a God who is strong enough to make the stars. And by contrast to that majesty and might, what are we? We're awfully insignificant, aren't we? It would sure seem that way. And yet David goes on in our psalm to say, "You made him," that's us humans, "a little lower than the heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor." Oh, the stars may be glorious and majestic, but you are far more glorious and majestic. Why? Because Jesus came to this world as a human being, as a person like you. Jesus didn't come to this world as a star. He came here as a human. And Jesus didn't go to the cross to pay for the sins of the stars in the sky. He went to the cross to pay for the sins of the humans, people like you and me. And Jesus didn't open the gates of heaven for stars and the planets. He opened the gates of heaven for people like you and people like me. Indeed, you and I have been crowned with glory and honor. And now we take a look back up there at those heavens and we see those stars in the sky. And we're reminded, I've got a God who is strong enough to make all that. I've got a God who is strong enough to do that. And that God's my God. Indeed, what a wonderful thing it is to be able to confess, I believe in God, the Father Almighty. Those are Words for Life. Thanks for inviting me into your home.